afternoon, councillors, staff, members of the public watching at home. Welcome to this Audit and Risk Committee. Call for apologies, there are none, we're all here. Extraordinary business? No. Any declarations of interest? No. Okay, we have the confirmation of the minutes of our last meeting on page 3. 4. If everyone's happy, would someone like to move, please? Councillor Cameron, Councillor Wilson. All those in favour, please say aye. Carried, thank you. Okay, to item 5, the Bancorp Treasury Report. Aaron's just going to come forward. Do councillors have any questions of the report? And if you do, if you could just, what page number you're referring to, please.
Just one question on Bancorp reporters, bullet point number 3 on page 6. There's a comment there that as rates continue to fall, officers will work with Bancorp to increase the percentage of fixed rate debt that council has by entering into further interest rate swaps and or fixed rate bonds in an effort to keep the cost of funds down. Going into fixed rate mortgages now while interest rates are dropping, how will that get the rates down, the cost of funds down?
Through the chair, I may not have explained that well enough. What we will continue to do as they keep continuing to fall, we'll get to a point where we know that we believe we're at the best we can be at, and to lock some in. The projections that we're getting so far is that come June next year we're going to be under the 4%, and by end of December hope to be around that 3.56. We've our cost.
Right.
What that's telling us is we've budgeted 4.3% throughout our long-term plan, and that is a really favourable one. So Miles continues to watch that, and at the moment we won't fix anything because that would be foolish, but we'll keep watching that to get that feel of when it's going to pan out.
Yeah, thank you.
Councillor Cameron.
Can I talk on page 11, which is a pretty basic question probably to people. When I look at our liquidity ratio, when I always think of a liquidity ratio, I think of cash compared to debt, you know, or borrowings. Our liquidity ratio, we're putting drawn debt into the cash. I mean, I presume that's a common thing that everybody does. But if somebody requested their debt back, if the bank said, give me back our debt, our liquidity ratio wouldn't be so attractive, I'm guessing.
Through the chair, are you talking about the 110%?
Yeah, I am.
So what that is actually a covenant. We have to always have what they call 10% wriggle room. And so it's a funny way of what LGFA make us do. So that's what we actually have to do. We have to demonstrate we've got that wriggle room.
But why is drawn debt in with cash and lines of credit?
Because it's wriggle room in our debt.
Okay, righto. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is what now?
It's a formula.
Okay. Yeah.
Any further questions of the report? If not, there's a recommendation there on page 5. Councillor McMillan.
I'll move that we receive.
Councillor Brown seconding. Any further questions, comments? Not. Put the motion. All those in favour? Carried. Thank you.
Right.
Okay, page 17. Richard. Sorry. Yes. Thank you. Welcome, Richard. Councillors, questions? Councillor Wilson.
This morning we heard that the people going through the stadium is up quite substantially. So would your targets be reflected in this budget, would they? So that therefore you should get more income because your targets are reflected in here. How does the two work together?
Through the chair, so there's two parts to that. One, foot traffic as a count that we presented this morning does not directly correspond to revenue. You get a lot of people as spectators coming to watch sport, for example. They don't generate revenue. However, when we talk about things like booked hours in the stadium or increases in visitation to the pool, those things often do reflect, and we do reflect those in our budgeting process as well. If we're successful, we believe we've got tournaments coming, then we will try to reflect that through our budgeting.
Councillor Cameron?
Thank you. Thanks for the report, Richard. We heard at our meeting this morning, activities report, that the pool visitations increased 4% and we had 1023 visits. When I look at the pool year to date, because we're talking this is 1 month, isn't it, of data?
Just to clarify which page you're looking at.
Oh, I don't know, the agenda item number 6, page 17.
So for councillors, you've actually got two reports in front of you. One is year end for the last financial year, so 30th of June, that's pages 18 and 19. And then you've got the first month of this financial year being end of
And that's the
30.
one I'm referring to.
Okay, page 17.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at, 1 month. And this morning we only heard about 1 month. Activities report showed 1 month.
Just looking sideways, but I believe activity briefing was 2 months. 2 months.
Okay, well that makes a difference. Okay, thank you.
Could I just ask a question, Richard? It's Murray speaking. I'm not sure if you can see me or hear me.
We can hear you fine, thanks, Murray.
And maybe this is just me reading it wrong. So if you look on page 17 and look at the revenue, actual revenue 119, budget revenue 107. Oh, sorry, variance up. So, no, sorry, I stand corrected. No question.
Thank you.
You're right.
Any further questions, councillors? No? Thank you, Richard. That brings us to the end of the open part of our meeting. You need to receive those as well. Would someone like to move, please, that we receive those reports? Councillor Brahm, Councillor Wilson, all those in favour, please say aye. Carried, thank you. Would someone like to move, please? We move into committee. Councillor Macmillan, Councillor Brahm, all those in favour. Carried, thank you.